This is Valley News Live at noon.
We begin with breaking news. The man accused of killing a teen girl last spring, dismembering her body and throwing it into the trash, will spend decades behind bars. Ethan Broad is charged with second-degree murder in the death of the 19-year-old Destiny Avery. Following emotional impact statement, Broad was sentenced to 30 years in prison. He's been given credit for the 400 days he's already spent in jail, but he'd have to serve 20 years in prison before he is eligible for parole. Now tonight on Valley News Live, Valley News team's Bailey Hurley has reaction from Destiny's family. Well, a 2-month-old baby is in hospital after his mother accidentally shot him with a taser. It happened just before 8:30 last night in the 2600 block of 18th Street South in Fargo. Police tells us the mother accidentally discharged her taser into the forehead of her 2-month-old boy. The baby was taken to the hospital by ambulance and is in stable condition. No arrests have been made, and Fargo police say the investigation is still ongoing. A driver narrowly avoided a head-on crash with a Moorhead school bus, and it was all caught on his dash cam. The school bus driver drove into oncoming traffic, illegally passing a tractor on Highway 52 in a no-passing zone. Moorhead Public Schools tells us 8 children were on board at the time. They're calling for Richards Transportation Service, the company they contracted the bus from, to take immediate action. The company acknowledged what happened, but did not comment any further. Well, another warm and muggy day, there's still a chance for isolated storms. Let's check in with meteorologist Lisa Green for what to expect today and into the weekend. Happy Friday, Lisa.
Happy Friday. We've got that one isolated storm happening right now in northeastern North Dakota into Cavalier County and pushing into Pembina County as well. We are watching this take over basically the Langdon area, and that's the one big storm. Everywhere else we are on the quieter side. We've got some clear skies to the southeast, partly cloudy around Fargo, and more mostly cloudy skies in northeastern North Dakota. So let's zoom in on this area. Langdon just got hit by that blast of heavy rain, some lightning, maybe some wind going on with that too. This is heading up into the Pembina Gorge and the Walhalla area. You might be seeing those skies darken as you are looking to the south and west. Best to stay inside and let this pass before you step out the door with that lightning possible. Cavalier may be impacted by this as well. So that's the one storm. You could see there's a huge difference between what's going on in northeastern North Dakota and what we've got down into the south. In northeastern North Dakota, Langdon's only at 50 degrees, partly because of the rain, but also because we're dealing with cloud cover and we're on the cooler side of a front that's been lifting northward. And on the warm side of it, temperatures are well into the 70s. Fargo's 76. Grand Forks in that transition zone at 63, and Sisseton's at 61 right now. So a warm afternoon here for many of us in the Southern Valley. And a good day to be outdoors if you don't have a thunderstorm coming your way. We're looking at partly cloudy skies, breezy conditions, and temperatures getting into the 80s by mid-afternoon and into this evening. So not bad to be out grilling or enjoying some time outdoors here for today. We're going to let you know where we have concerns about our next chances for rain and thunder coming up in just a couple of minutes. And of course, that weekend forecast too.
We'll stay tuned with you as well so we can find out when we can go out grilling. That sounds exciting. Well, memorial honoring West Fargo Police Lieutenant Adam Gustafson continues to grow in the lobby of West Fargo City Hall. It's open to the public on weekdays from 8 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. The 40-year-old officer suffered a heart attack Tuesday just as he was ending his shift. Gustafson's funeral will be held at 1 in the afternoon next Wednesday afternoon at Northview Church. Limited seating is available for the public, but the service will also be streaming online. The old Mid-America Steel building in downtown Fargo is going to be torn down, and developers and city leaders want your input on how to use the space. Among the suggestions under consideration are office buildings, apartments, mixed-use buildings, an event space, or a public parking garage. The building is located along 2nd Street North and NP Avenue and was the site of 2 recent fires, both intentionally set. It's a big day for Tri-County Healthcare. They're breaking ground for a new hospital and clinic just outside of Wadena. The ceremony is happening at 12:30 at the construction site at the corner of Highway 10 and 11th Street Northwest on the western edge of Wadena. The services offered will be similar to what's offered now, but more robust. They have large exam rooms, a rehabilitation center on site, and an air filtration system designed to fight airborne viruses like COVID-19. The $72 million project has been in the works for several years. Construction should be complete by 2023. One airport check-in system used by American Airlines and other carriers experienced an outage this morning, causing long lines at several airports across the country. Elise Preston reports from LaGuardia in New York, where some customers are still feeling the effects.
Passengers across the country dealt with long lines with no end in sight as a computer system glitch caused widespread delays and headaches.
We've just lost a night in Bermuda and screwed up our whole vacation.
Video from social media shows frustrated passengers waiting to check in and take off.
We have literally been waiting for 3 hours.
The chaos began after a third-party reservation system called Sabre that's used by American Airlines, JetBlue, and Alaska Airlines had a system outage. Misty Woods got stuck at Orlando International Airport trying to get to Los Angeles for the weekend.
The reason I was able to get updates is I went on the internet and I seen that everyone was talking about it on Twitter.
American Airlines says the technical issue has since been resolved. Passengers here at New York's LaGuardia Airport are relieved the airline is moving again.
Makes me feel really nice to know that I don't have to stress over anything.
The glitch comes just as pandemic restrictions ease up nationwide and activities like airline travel are making a comeback. Sabre acknowledged the outage, saying, "We will take all necessary measures to prevent a reoccurrence." Elise Preston, CBS News, New York.
Fargo Hector International's airport says they were not affected by the outage this morning. Well, as you shine up your boat and head out on the water this summer, North Dakota officials remind you to keep an eye out for aquatic invasive species like zebra mussels that threaten the sustainability and quality of water. Now, you should thoroughly inspect all equipment for mud, plants, animals, and remaining water. Clean, drain, and dry all gear before its next use. And choose native plants when aquatic landscaping or gardening. It's all in an effort to protect North Dakota's rivers, lakes, and streams and the wildlife that live in them. Well, the Red River Market usually begins in July, but tomorrow you can get a little taste of what to expect. Hot food, beer, wine, and a little live bands are just a few things you can enjoy from more than 30 vendors on site. Tomorrow's market is in the parking lot at Willow Park Elementary. The event in July will be back downtown at Broadway Square. Organizers say small local businesses continue to need your support to stay afloat.
The farmers market is our community square. It's a great place to see your neighbors again, do some waving. It's maybe some folks that you hadn't seen in a year, but it also is just so great for these local small business owners. We represent over 70 small business owners in our community, and this is part of their livelihood.
The event is tomorrow from 10 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon. You can park for free at Blue Cross Blue Shield. Anyone with SNAP or EBT can receive a match of up to $10 or $15 when buying grocery items, produce, and baked goods. Well, after having to cancel last year's event because of the pandemic, St. Anne's Guest Home in Grand Forks says their annual spring rummage sale is back on. It's happening today and tomorrow from 9 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon in the garage at St. Anne's Convent. Shoppers are asked to wear a mask. St. Anne's has a basic care unit for those who need a little assistance and subsidized housing apartments for the elderly and disabled. Well, coming up at noon, changes parents and kids might see when heading to sports camps or summer camps in the coming months. But next, weather up next to plan your day.